All right. Hello, everyone, or I should say, hello, Dr. Joe. As part of my cumulating activity for Health Science 626, I had the opportunity to conduct an interview with Bernice Estrada. Insert picture here. So, Bernice Estrada is a case manager at Cal State Long Beach Basic Needs Department. Bernice and I both work at the Basic Needs Department, and we both focus on different areas of support for students. So Bernice specializes in providing direct support to students facing a variety of challenges, such as housing instability, mental health issues, and financial difficulties. In contrast, my role center on CalFresh outreach and distributing food resources to help address those issues. This interview allowed me to gain a deeper understanding of the critical work that are done by case managers, particularly in the context of supporting students with complicated and complex needs. In this reflection, I will share key insights from my interview with Bernice, focusing on her daily responsibilities, the skills that are essential for her roles, and her advice for anyone that's considering a similar career path. Additionally, I will also reflect on how these insights will shape my future work in public health and the areas where I want to focus during my professional development. So starting off with the key responsibility and daily task, Bernice explained that a typical day in her role as a case manager, it involves with meeting students either in person or virtually in order to assess their immediate needs. These challenges that these students face are often complex. It ranges from food insecurity, housing instability, and to mental health struggles. One of the most striking example that Bernice had shared with me was a case involving a student who is a parent, a victim of domestic violence, and was at risk of homelessness due to a great amount of debt that they owed. So this student situation highlights the many challenges that a lot of students will face or have faced. And it also shows the importance of providing not just immediate assistance, but also ongoing support. Bernice's work is not just about providing resources, but is also about offering empathy and creating a safe space where students can share their struggles. She also highlighted that the complexity of student needs require an individualized approach, as each case is very unique. Some students they may need short-term assistance, while others might need continuous follow-ups to ensure that they receive the help that they need to in order to stabilize their life. In her role, Bernice connects students with a variety of campus and community resources, which may include housing support, food assistance, mental health services, and financial aid. She also provides referrals to external agencies such as social services or legal aid. For students in crisis, such as those that are facing homelessness or domestic violence, Bernice acts as a liaison between the student and the relevant campus or community programs to ensure those immediate needs are being met. What resonated with me was how Bernice viewed her role not just as a resource connector, but also a source of emotional support. The importance of offering validation and ensuring that a students feel heard was a theme that came through in every part of her work. Her ability to manage complex cases while providing both while providing both practical solutions and emotional support is also a crucial component of her role that she does daily. As we move forward to the next topic, the conversation turned the skills and competencies that Bernice believes that are most essential for success in case management. She emphasized that being trauma-informed is a critical aspect of the job. So as a case manager working with vulnerable population, it is important to recognize the impact of past traumas on the student's ability to engage with services or make choices for themselves. So Bernice highlighted that in crisis situation, a case manager must remain calm, they must listen attentively, and they also need to provide validation as well as helping the student feel supported and respected. She also discussed the importance of crisis intervention. So in her role, she often works with students in highly stressful or emotional situation, and her ability to de-escalate crisis is an essential skill. She shared that students often come to her with immediate needs, such as a threat of eviction or a need for food, and that she must act quickly to connect them with resources. So this ability to manage urgent situation while maintaining a sense of calm is vital in ensuring that students feel they have someone they can rely on during those difficult times. In addition to these skills, Bernice pointed out that education and certification, they do play a significant role in developing competency in case management. So she has a bachelor's degree in human development and a master's degree in legal and forensic psychology. And she also mentioned that many of the case managers in this field, they have degrees in social work, public health, psychology, or clinical psychology. And some of those individuals, they also hold clinical licenses such as licensed marriage and family therapist, licensed clinical social worker, or licensed professional clinical counselor. While formal education provides the foundational knowledge, hands-on experience and specialized training are just as important in honing those skills that are needed for effective case management. So as we wrapped up the interview, the last question I asked Bernice is what advice she would give to someone aspiring to work in case management, and she offered valuable insights. She emphasized the importance of passion for helping others and a genuine desire to make a difference. She also pointed out that case management is not just a job, but also a calling, and that without a strong passion for helping others, it may be difficult to sustain a long-term career in this field. Bernice also spoke openly about the risk of burnt out in social services and stressed the importance of practicing self-care. Case managers often work with individuals who are in a state of crisis, and the emotional toll of this work can be draining on the individual that's helping the student. Bernice advised anyone considering this career to set boundaries between work and professional life to maintain their mental and emotional well-being. She also mentioned that practicing self-care and seeking support from colleagues and supervisor are highly essential as well, as they can prevent burnt out and you can continue being effective in your role as a case manager. We move forward to collaborations with other professionals. Bernice also discussed how important collaboration is in her role. She regularly works with colleagues from different departments all over campus. Some example would be like CAPS or BMAC, and this also includes working with other case managers and faculties, medical providers, and mental health clinician. She did mention that collaboration with external professionals such as therapists or legal advisor is also essential, although it does require consent from the student. So for an example, when collaborating with a mental health provider, Bernice must obtain a written consent from the student, which ensures that the student's privacy is respected while still facilitating the necessary support. So one of the most critical example of collaboration that Bernice shared with me occurs when police involvement is required. So in cases where students are at risk of self-harm or they're a harm to others, police are contacted for a wellness check. And this type of collaboration with law enforcement, it highlights the urgency and seriousness of some cases that Bernice deals with. While collaborating with professionals from other fields is necessary, she expressed that it can be very challenging due to the differences in roles and the responsibilities. So each professional has their own perspective on how a case should be handled, and navigating these differences, it does require a strong communication and mutual respect for each other's expertise. Despite the occasional challenges, Bernice expressed that she feels confident and prepared when she's collaborating with others. Her ability to effectively communicate and coordinate care across different discipline is a skill that she continues to develop as part of her professional growth. After learning from Bernice, I believe that my skills in communication and empathy would be helpful in a role like hers. So I have experience working with different groups of people and providing support, and I know how important it is to listen and acknowledge others' feelings. However, I also realize that I still need to improve my skills in trauma-informed care and crisis intervention, which are essential for handling complex situations like the one that Bernice deals with. Collaboration is also another area where I feel confident, but I now understand how important it is to respect the roles of other professionals that are involved in helping students. Although I've worked in a team settings before, working with different professionals in case management, it does require an understanding of their expertise and being able to communicate effectively with them. So, for my professional growth, I plan to get the certifications in crisis intervention and trauma informed care. I do believe that these skills will help me support people that are in need. And I also want to keep improving my ability to work with teams from different fields, as it is very important in case management and in public health. So in conclusion, my conversation with Bernice, it has provided me with a clearer understanding of the skills and attributes that are required for success in case management and in public health. From trauma-informed care to crisis intervention and collaboration, I now have a more comprehensive view of what it takes to be effective in this field. This interview has also highlighted the importance of self-care and professional development, which will guide me as I move forward into my career. So I am excited to build on these insights to further my skills and ultimately contribute to the public health field. So, good luck to us all.